Hi friends, it is Steve here. So I wanted to do a video today on my trip, the accommodation, where I'm staying, why I've chosen it, how I've budgeted it, why I like the philosophy that I have when it comes to traveling like I do, how much this is all costing, because while I'm a believer that you can travel very, very cheaply, and I have done it in the past, there are pros and cons of cost cutting, and I have a bit of a formula that is unofficially tested, but I don't know, it works for me, and maybe you could find your own. Tell me in the comments at the end of the video. Then I'm going to talk about solo travel, and you know, when I've been telling people in my life about this trip, the first thing they usually say is, "You're going on your own." Oh my god, I could never do that. They're just my feelings around that. So before I start, please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy this journey, and if you're into travel or interrailing, the countries I'm going to, music, fitness, mental health, I'll be talking about those things as I go on. So please like and subscribe. Right, let's talk about the accommodation. So just got my laptop in front of me. I'm going to run you through why I have chosen the things that I've chosen. Now, the longest I am staying in a place until the end of my trip is 2 days. So it's between 24 and 48 hours I'm staying in every place. Now, generally so my standards have as I've grown older, as I've entered my 30s, I no longer want to stay anywhere that's dirty, that's horrible, that I feel unsafe. So there is a level of cleanliness, a level of hygiene that I will be staying in, because that's what I need. I'm also aware that I'm doing a lot of traveling in a short period of time, and that takes a toll on your body. One of the reasons I think it's so important to stay fit and stay healthy is so that you can do amazing things, and if you ever have an opportunity to do something, you can say yes, and hopefully physically you can cope with the demands. So I'm very, very sure that I will be absolutely fine with the traveling. But what I've also done is strategically placed hotel rooms where I can have either a longer lie-in, or I can at least chill, rather than just hostels. Okay, so some people might say, why would you stay in a hostel? So firstly, if you've never stayed in one, they're actually amazing these days. You can get capsule hostels. I'm staying in a few of those, and when I make the videos for the different places that I'm going to be going, you'll see some of those capsule hostels. Some of them I'm really looking forward to staying in, because they're so futuristic and so quirky. And you get the, so hostels are generally in the city centre of places, which is why I've booked mine, like on the doorstep of absolutely everything. But the second reason I love a hostel is because they're so social, and you meet so many different people from so many different places who have this positive growth mindset. You can get chatting to them, and I've made some of my best friends while travelling, and I have friends in a lot of cities, and purely because I've met them while I was traveling. So hostels are amazing for that. Hostels also, you don't have to be on top of each other in bunk beds. Now, I am in a couple of the hostels because of the location, in a hostel with a shared room with strangers, but I've never felt any safety concerns. I don't know if it's because I'm a guy, but I've always felt safe in hostels. But equally, I'm extremely paranoid about whether I snore or not. So sorry if I do and you share a room with me, I'm so sorry. So that's why I would choose a hostel. Now, a hotel, you get a lot more privacy, you get your own space. It's a little bit more secure in terms of, I mean, you can lock your door, but in hostels there is places to put your baggage if you are out and about. There are safe spaces, especially in the capsule ones. I will go through that on the individual videos though when I make it. So in Budapest, I am absolutely in the city centre. I'm staying in a private room of a hostel. So the 2 days, it cost me £100. However, I have built up quite a lot of rewards on booking.com because of some of the other trips that I've gone to. So I didn't actually pay a penny out of my bank for that. It was actually cash back on another trip that I did. So result, yeah. And I just wanted to have the first 2 days in a hostel where I could make friends and have a little bit of fun, be social, ask other people, right, what have you seen? Can you recommend anything? Where's good for food, etc. But equally, I wanted a nice start to my trip where I can get a good night's sleep if I want. So that's it. Then I'm off to Bratislava. Now I'm staying in a capsule hostel, really excited about this one, right in the city centre again. This one was £22 for a night. Now one of the ways I think about the sort of nightly price is how long am I actually going to be in there. If I've got 24 hours in a place, there's very little chance I'm spending more than 6 hours in that room asleep. So it's a place to rest my head. As long as it's clean in the bathrooms, that's fine. This place looks great. It's got amazing reviews. Location is incredible, and yeah, it looks pretty quirky. It's a boutique capsule hostel, so I'm very, very excited about that. When I go to Vienna, this is the one I'm most excited about in terms of the actual place I'm staying. This is a space themed capsule. So it's quite literally like something out of, I don't know, Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, when I do the video, I'll show you, but it's amazing. So you have your own little capsule. You also have a private TV with headphones. You can log into your own Amazon Prime, Netflix accounts if you want to chill out. But again, right in the city centre, the location is amazing. And because I'm taking the train everywhere, I will be going into the city centre. So it's saving a lot of time in those sort of transfers from airports and finding places, while I can maximise time in them. Then I am off to Prague for 2 evenings. Now this is one of the Vienna hostel was £30, 30. Prague, this is one of the strategically placed hotels because I'm here for 2 nights. I want the ability to wash my clothes if I need to. I don't think I will at that point because I've packed quite a bit. This hostel was £120 for 2 nights. Again, right by the Charles Bridge, right in the city centre. Looks clean, great reviews, and I wanted a place that if I wanted to sleep a little bit longer, I could on that day. Apparently they do a banging breakfast, happy about that, and there's lots of breweries around there, so I'll get my beer fix. Yeah, so that was a good one. Next, I'm off to Munich. I am in an old Bavarian style hostel. I'm sharing a room in this one. It was £35 for that. Again, right in the city centre, clean, good reviews, and apparently a really thriving social bar and social scene with other people that'll be staying there. So I'm really excited for that. In Zurich, I'm staying in the Green Marmot Capsule Hotel. Again, very similar to the other capsules, you get your own private space. That one was £42. So one of the more expensive ones, but the things I've heard about Zurich in Switzerland is it is quite expensive. So that's, yeah, there we go. The next one is the one I've spent the most money on. I am the most excited about this. It's in Lake Como, and I've got an amazing lake view cabin right by the water. You have amazing views of the lake, and I think Lake Como is the one I'm going to really chill out and really just enjoy the sunshine, the peaceful surroundings. I'm going to go into the lake, eat a bit, just rest, recover, recuperate, and just enjoy all those moments. Have a few glasses of wine maybe. Pretty sure I'll do that. So that one I spent £125 on for 1 night. So by far the most expensive one that I've got. But again, I actually used some of my rewards. But I've only paid about 50 quid for that. That's the one where I'm probably going to spend maybe like 18 hours actually in the place that I've booked, or very close to it. So that was one I thought I'll spend money. Then I have a hotel in Milan. That was £52. That is pretty basic, very, very clean. Again, amazing location right in the centre of Milan, near the Duomo and that posh shopping centre everybody's been telling me about. Yes, that will be excellent. And then I'm off to Barcelona. I've got a city centre hotel, and that is 2 nights. That was £150. That was £75 a night. But I think that'll be well worth it, given again it's in the Gothic Quarter. It's there. So accommodation wise, we're looking at just over £400 for all of those things when you take off the rewards that I've used to go on there. And for a 14-night trip, we're looking good there. I'm really, really pleased with that. Now the calculation that I use about accommodation costs when I do travel is essentially it is how many hours am I spending in this place, and then how much do I want to spend per hour. So a good example of that is, let's say I'm only actually sleeping in Bratislava for 6 to 8 hours. my nightly budget there, let's say it was £10, which is more on the expensive side, you're looking at £60 for that budget there. And then anything I can save on that, awesome. Let's say I was at a resort for 2 weeks, then you're looking at about 320 hours, £10, £3,200. But in theory, you get all your food included with that, etc. So £10 is usually my marker, and if I can beat that, I'm really, really happy. And I've absolutely smashed that on this trip, which means I've got a little bit more money to spend on things like food, drinks, tours, or anything I want to do. So that's the accommodation, that is where I'm staying, and that's how I personally look at the budgeting element for that. But again, I don't want to rob myself. This is a trip of a lifetime, one I've been looking forward to. You go with your own compass on this. I know people who only stay in 5-star hotels. To me, when you're not in it that much, I think it's a bit of a waste of money. However, do you know what I mean? If that's what you're into, that's what you're into. I would rather go to more places, eat more food, drink more drinks, and have more experiences. For some very lucky people, they don't need to choose either or there. But for me, that's how I look at it. The next thing I was going to talk about was, yes, solo travel. So, yeah, I get asked a lot, you're going on your own and you're not scared, oh my God. Now, I was in a relationship until the back end of last year, and do you know what? I haven't got anybody to travel with, but even when I was in that relationship, it was so comfy that I didn't really challenge myself to go anywhere. So I promised myself that I wanted to see the world. Now, if I was to wait until I found someone to go with, and bearing in mind I'm 34 years old, a lot of my friends are married, or they're just not in a position where they can, do you know what I mean, go away for 3 weeks. Because, yeah, that's just life. And I have this insatiable desire to see the world. So solo travel to me is the only option, because I want to see it while I'm relatively young. I can do a lot of experiences. I haven't got a family yet. And I'm not going to wait around to do that. I think it's very depressing, the idea of me waiting in my house, swiping on Tinder to just, and then not travel. It's just mental to me. So really excited. One of the pros of solo travel is you can do whatever you want. You can go where you want. You can eat what you want. If you want to go on a random adventure somewhere, amazing. The beauty of the Interrail ticket actually is that if my plans change, it's really, really flexible, where I could go to somewhere else, and we'll just see what adventure brings. But I love solo travel. You do wish you had someone to share it with, but that's what you're here for, YouTube. And I know that in the future I will travel if I meet someone. That's a given, but I will have to compromise some of the things that I like. What if they're one of these 5-star people? Then I'm gonna have to book my ideas up and earn more money or something. Yeah. Or what happens if they are deathly allergic to sunshine? That'd be pretty awful, to be fair. Yeah. Not really into ginger girls, but yeah. Only kidding, you ginger ladies. Of course I'm into you. But yes, solo travel to me is opportunity, and why should I wait? I've been through a lot of tragedy. We've all had the, do you know what I mean? The Rona going around. I don't think you can say the actual name of that on YouTube. I think it bans it. But anyway, we've all had that, and I just think, what is the point in waiting when I can do this now? Because you only have one life and it could end at any moment. And I know that's morbid, but wouldn't be doing this trip if I didn't think that. So very excited to do solo travel, very excited to see who I meet, what experiences I have, and yeah, keep tuned. But about to get ready for my trip. If you could like and subscribe, that would be amazing, and I'll see you on the other side. Yeah.